So another psychoanalyzing video, because I already talked about this particular topic, but this time we're gonna go deeper into it. So you guys know how the teacher or the instructor, how she sabotaged my back and stuff. I literally think she is jealous of white women because, for one, her name mimics Marilyn Monroe. It's literally Marilyn Malari, right? She's Filipina, and then her body type, nothing close to Marilyn Monroe's body type. And I think she's jealous because Marilyn Monroe, she was a fashion icon. She's also influential, say, like, to black women, because they do tend to have that body type, almost close, right? Curvy body type. So I think it has to do with social climbing again, because of clothes and all of that stuff. I feel like she can't relate to black people or black women, you know what I mean? And yeah, I do have that body type. And if you guys know, my great grandmother, she is Scottish from my dad's side, Sudanese side. And Sudanese people, they're known to be the darkest people. And they are models most of the time, you know what I mean? So I feel like she's jealous of that connection that I, have, like, with the white community and the black community, because of the fast fashion, you know what I mean? Because she did bring up that I'm not fast. I don't know what she was implying, when I was at work, at that time I didn't even get my license yet, I was just a student, and she automatically wanted me to be fast, I never heard a teacher, tell you to, like, work fast, you know what I mean? Because they do teach you about safety, and they say if you don't feel safe, wait and do it later, right? Even for the people who have licenses. So that was very weird for her to make that comment. And then she was mentioning that I don't talk a lot in class. They were, like, literally gossiping, and I got my communication, or say, like, my voice or my accent, people say I do have a French accent. And let me tell you, I never spoke French me, except I have it in my genetics. I don't know why she wanted me to talk, I don't know why she was triggered that I was not talking a lot like they do. Yeah, this lady was so obsessed with the white culture to the point where she was, mimicking the way white women talk. She was trying to hide her accent, which she can't. I don't think she can afford to get the body type Marilyn Monroe's. But she was dyeing her hair and stuff. She was dyeing her hair blonde, exactly like Marilyn Monroe. She was wearing heels and everything, which she looked ridiculous, by the way. Like, just when you, like, copy someone, it doesn't look good at all, right? Yeah, fast forward, I got a job in Moose Jaw. It's an Italian town. So my family thought it would be fun for me to move there. So I got the job in a facility, and the facility is a French facility. It's very laid back. You know how French people are. They're very laid back, and they just, they laugh. Montreal comedy. Yeah, I like that channel. Just for laughs. So anyways, yeah, it's very laid back. They will, like, literally have 3 caregivers in one unit. Like, I never seen that before. And then they have different dining room for the residents. It's separate, you know what I mean? They all bring them down and stuff. Like, it was so fun working there, And the thing is, I did mention that I have Italian and French in me. So in the 12th house, that's my French side, the 12th house. And the 12th house rules the subconscious and things that people can't see, right? And then in the 12th house, I have Sagittarius, and my Sagittarius placement is from my Italian side. maybe that's why my family moved me there, because they're like, you need to learn something, about yourself. And the reason they moved me there, and when I say my family, I'm talking about my husband, because he's my family. So the reason he moved me there and they moved me there is because I remember when I was like 23, I was done with like college and going to school and stuff like that, because Sagittarius rules the ninth house, right? The ninth house is the house of Sagittarius, the nice house, by the way. And you know, the ninth house rules long distance travel, religion, foreign land, culture, and all of that stuff, right? And philosophy. And then me having say Sagittarius in the ninth house is like, no, not Sagittarius in the 12th house. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's like double Sagittarius. Okay, so I think it's because I have two placements of Sagittarius that's Italian. Say like my ninth house is Italian, and my Sagittarius placement in the 12th house is Italian, and my fourth house is Italian too. So the three placements, and it rules philosophy as well, the ninth house. So me having Sagittarius in the ninth house, which is, no, Sagittarius in the 12th house. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm not criticizing myself, but why? Something's triggering me. But anyways, I have Sagittarius in the 12th house, the last zodiac house, right? So, because Sagittarius rules long distance travel, right? So when you travel and stuff, I literally don't travel, and then I was like looking at my placement, my 12th house, right? And I'm like, oh, it makes sense now. I'm like literally traveling in people's subconscious, because the 12th house rules your subconscious, things that are hidden. It also rules delusion. Like, I attract a lot of delusional people, And Sagittarius, like I said, it rules religion. Some people, they rely on their religion to the point where it just clouds their judgment, so they use it as a shield, which is okay. It's supposed to be a tool. But yeah, so when I was like 23, because I'm like, okay, so I've been taught a lot of things that were not true, right? I used to go to the library alone, and then I used to read spiritual books, particularly books that are like based on like spiritual books that are like reality based, if that makes sense. Like people who broke from, I don't know, like false beliefs and all of that stuff. And it opened my mind, you know what I mean? And I think that's part of why I became successful like at 23, because I'm like, fuck it, like I'm not gonna listen to whatever this person taught me and stuff like that, because they were teaching me what they were taught, right? And I just don't want to continue the cycle that's not even mine, right? So, and then my gang stalking started at that time, because I was trying to break from all of this beliefs that people put in my head that was not even mine. And yeah, so the 12th house, right? Like I said, it rules the subconscious and stuff. So that's my French side. So think of like Paris, right? People go there to find themselves. So I literally attract delusional people. I feel like they are trying to find themselves through me, but the thing is, I'm not okay with it, because they're doing it at my expense, you know what I mean? But I also realize that they're just trying to find themselves, because I'm living in my truth. Like, I don't give a fuck at the end of the day, you guys. I don't care, you know what I mean? But those houses, say like the Sagittarius placement and the 12th house, you know what I mean? Italia. That's how Sudanese people say it. They say Italia, Italy, right? And then friends, you know what I mean? So they're both European countries, meaning they're rich, right? So I realized something, that money does make you delusional. It does bring fear. And imagine, and I'm not trying to make you feel guilty and all of that stuff, but imagine people just living in poverty, like what it could do to them, like in the long run, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think a lot of people get triggered by that, placement. Like especially like people who are like, were restricted again, because Sagittarius is very free. Same with Pisces, because the 12th house is the house of Pisces, right? Pisces is the two fish. It's mutable water. They just want to like move. Say like Scorpio is very, stagnant because it's fixed water. It's ice. But with Pisces, it's like a lake. Any water that's like you pour and it's like, changing and stuff like that. And Sagittarius, it's the horse. The symbol is the horse. You know what I mean? It's mutable fire. And it's also like, spreading information, you know what I mean? Wherever they go, because the symbol is like the horse, and there's a man in the horse. He has an arrow with a fire on it, So yeah, so they spread information wherever they go. Again, Sagittarius is a fire sign. It's very passionate, So I have to express that part of me. And I have to curse you out if you don't listen, you know what I mean? Because again, Sagittarius is very free, right? So, I want you to just like not do anything that I do. Like I want you to go out there and find your own self without you bothering me, you know what I mean? And it irritates me. And then you have to be free to be creative, right? So I feel like a lot of like religion and some cultures, it blocks your creativity, you know what I mean? I'm not completely blaming like religion, because I do come from like Christian background and all of that stuff, but still like I practice that. I still like being free. I still like to express my creativity. It doesn't matter how, if I want to wear a crazy hairdo, I'll do it, and then when you're creative, it helps you with your how to make money and stuff like that. It does help you become rich. Art is very expensive, right? You know what I mean? And I'm speaking from experience, right? Whenever I'm creative, because again, when you are in your creative mind, you're just sitting there, you're not thinking about fear or whatever, you're just sitting there painting, crocheting. Those are my hobbies, by the way. Makeup or fashion, all of it is my hobby. I'm using my hobby as an example because this is my YouTube channel and I can express myself however the fuck I want to have. However the fuck I want to express myself. So, again, on the higher level, that's like giving birth. You know what I mean? If you're not creative, I swear to God, it's like you're dead, or you're dead completely. You know what I mean? Because again, creativity and stuff, like you create a child and all of that stuff, right? But yeah, so some people, because their creativity has been suppressed so bad, so when they all mix it up, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, we need money, right? So instead of using their creativity to make money, you know what they do? They have kids, and then they go on welfare and they collect welfare checks. And now those kids, they feel like they're just a paycheck. They don't feel like they're a human being. And now they're passing that down to their kids, right? And the kids, they're not creative, and then the cycle continues. So it's not my fault, okay? So, and then that's another topic. I didn't want to be on like government assistance. Again, by the way, you guys, by any means, right? Because I feel like if I'm gonna be on government assistance, I'm gonna be like blocking my creativity, you know what I mean? Because when I make money, right, I go to the store and I buy whatever creative tools that I need to do, and then I go home and then I expand my interests or my hobbies and my skills, and that makes me more money. You know what I mean? It's not only about the money that the government gives you, a little bit of money or whatever, but you're also like blocking yourself from your potential. You know what I mean? So yeah, not only about the money. So like you get a lot of money like from welfare, and then you go to your work and then they pay you a little bit more, because when you're confident, when you go to work, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I can go buy this, because it's from your body. You're using your energy to make more money, so it comes back to you when you you know, work, and then don't forget about your resume, you know. That's another social climbing tactics that I'm telling you guys. By the way, that's my sister, because she watches everything I do. My little sister, by the way. She's a Sagittarius. Yeah. Anyways, so you guys realize, like, both of my sister's legs, both of me and my sister's legs is both Irish. Anywho, so my sister is taller than me. Yeah, let's not forget about your resume. Like I was saying, you know, it's going to be there. You know, it's good for your ego, it's good for your creativity, it's good for your legacy, for your kids. You can brag about it. It's amazing, you know what I mean? So yeah, and you can tell when, like, people are trying to, like, steal that part of you, because again, you are in your creative mode, you know. You know, you can tell, like, if it's good energy or bad energy, if it's like suppressing energy, if that makes sense. If somebody's like, oh my gosh, you can tell when somebody's being desperate, right? But yeah, so I got a job, like I said, in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. It was a French facility. It was called Chateau, right? And then I met different people who work there, right? And this girl, right, supposedly she was the nurse, the one that was, like, harassing me to communicate, right? Why do you want me to communicate in a French facility? Like, she was going out of her way. She was, like, following me around. She was being cuckoo, you know. And the thing is, I'm not in a survival mode, so I'm just there to do my job and go home, right? But they were the ones that were, like, in a survival mode. They were, like, you know, talking in their language. You know, why are you talking in your language? Like, in a workplace, don't you already understand you're already getting paid? Why do you feel the need that, you know, you want to communicate in your language only? You know, it's weird. And I'm not saying, like, you know, don't talk in your language. I don't care if you guys talk about, you know, whatever in your lunch break and stuff like that. But when we are on the floor, you should talk in the language that you were told to talk in, which is English, a universal language, right? So, you know, I don't know why they're being ungrateful. Not my problem, right? But yeah, and then one thing I realized about, like, my back injury, so I realized, like, when I'm working, you know, I tend to be productive and stuff like that, you know. And then say, like, when I'm sitting, right now I can control it better. My speech is different when I'm, like, laying down. When I'm laying down, my speech is so clear. You know, just go compare my last 2 videos. I was laying down when I was making that video. But I watched it and I'm like, oh, you know, my speech is different here. I'm, like, aware of it, right? And I'm like, okay, I will try to control my speech when I'm sitting right now. I don't know if I've improved, but yeah. So yeah, and then this video topic came into my mind, and then I'm like, I'm gonna make a video about it. So, and I'm making a video about it now. But yeah, yeah, why was she, like, following me and stuff? It was particularly on top of the floor and then the dining area, which was so weird, you know. Is it because of, like, fashion? Is it because of my French accent? I don't know. You know, why does she want me to communicate? You know, does she want me to be her friend by force? You know, because that's not how I express my fashion. If I like something, I'm just gonna buy it. If I don't, I'm not gonna do it. You don't have to fucking harass me, right? But she did it anyways. Anywho. Yeah, my speech is clear when I'm laying down and talking. And then when I'm sitting, I don't know why, when I'm sitting, it's not clear. But it's getting clear now for some reason, right? Were you projecting something on me? You know? Am I slow? Am I really slow? Or are you slow? Are you backwards? Backwards, right? Your spinal cord. Weird. You know? Are you saying that I'm not helping you progress when I'm doing my job and, you know, you're harassing me to help you build your community because you have fast fashion? Is that what you're saying? It's weird. and my communication is getting clearer now. You know, I'm not sitting in a survival mode. You know, I express myself through fashion, and then when I wear my clothes, I sit and eat, right? And relax. Super weird. But yeah, and the girl that was harassing me, she was native, right? I don't know why, you know, native, and she was telling me to help the Filipino community. And I'm like, nope, that's not my job, you know. And that's it. If she wants to help them build their country, then by all means, but I'm not gonna do it. It's whatever, it's not my job. You know, they're already getting paid. They send money, their relatives, you know, in their countries. Because I know I've been through I've been through a lot. And I've seen all kinds of people. I know people who send money to their countries and stuff, you know, so I don't know.